Okay, we're back from the timeouts. Mavs down by 6, needing to get back into it, and that's one way. Glover tools it off the block for Mavs point. Thomas serves the ace. Mavs just down by 4 now, 17-21. Here late in the first set. Drops that in, and they send it over, so Mavs have a chance. Thomas back to Novak. Barely inside on that block deflection. Point AVA, 17-22. Nolan checks in for Novak. Novak, Jones, and Thomas in the front row. Green, Cotton, and Glover. And that's off the pass, 17-23. AVA still up. Green, clean up to Thomas. Jones with the kill, but hit high in the sky. Deflected. Cotton gets it to Thomas. Back to Nolan. Swings it across the court. Defended, blocked. And they're going to call us in the nets. 17-24, set point for AVA, first set. No go on the first attempt for Mavs. And that'll be the end of the set. Mavs lose it by 8, 17-25. And hopefully they can put that behind them and move on to the second set and third sets. Unfortunately, with that loss, we've moved into a must-win situation for these sets. The top two teams will go on to the gold bracket from our pool. The first seed will get a bye, first round bye, while the second seed will have to play in the first round. AVA won their first game over the number 2 seed. AVA is the 4th seed. NRG, the 3rd seed, beat the Mavs. So with this tough competition, it's possible there'll be a tie for first, second, or even third place. And they'll have to go through the tie-breaking process to see how it all pans out. The best thing for the Mavs can do is to win out. They've had to overcome some challenges here today. Kinsley is injured her lower leg in the second set of the first game. And unfortunately, they couldn't really substitute her until the substitutions were a little wonky in that second set. Cotton came in to libero. Hooper was getting her knee checked out, and I guess for precautionary purposes, they decided to go with Cotton at libero. Cotton coming from 18s Red earlier this season. She played the full season there, and they completed their season earlier in March, securing a bid to nationals in the 18s American division. Unfortunately, a lot of their team had some important senior activities since they're all seniors and could not continue their season. So Cotton was able to come down to 17s and help out and continue her season. Fortunately for 17s, they have great DSs all across the board. All three of them can play libero at any time. But this late in the season, it's a luxury to have. And hopefully it can help the Mavs get back in and get things together. The hitting is trying to overcome some stronger net play today. Both teams that we played today so far have been super aggressive at the net on the defensive side, giving our hitters some fits. So see if we can finally adjust. And they've had some moments in the first set working around the block, but it was a little too late. So we'll see if they can get off on the right track here. Second set. All right, let's go second set. Nolan, Glover, and Thomas on the front row. Novak, Green, and Cotton on the back. That ball picked up by Glover. Thomas, back to Glover. Redirected, and Nolan just kind of flicks it over. And that block by Glover, getting him fired up. Let's have more of that. One 0 Mavs. Just into the net again, 1-1. And Thomas puts it where nobody is in on the kill. 2-1 Mavs, and she gets to go to the service line to serve for the Mavs. Tough deflection, the Mavs can't recover. 2-2. Down the line on the right side. Mavs 3-2. She checks out for Cooper to come back in and serve, and then Benson goes in for Green on the front row. And that goes out. Mavs up 4-2. And that gets in the block. 4-3. Vincent gets it up to Thomas, over to Novak, and deflected just in bounds off the block, tied at 4. And Nolan gets it off the block for the kill. ZZ checks back in. Double rotation, triple, quadruple rotation. I don't even know what substitution mess this is, but Jones will go to serve. The serving middle today. That's a double contact. It's blocked. Out of bounds, 5-5. Great athletic play by the setter, but she still was falling away and hit a double. And that Vincent attack is deflected or blocked back for AVA point and lead. Mavs down now 5-6. Another block gives AVA the point, 7-5. Novak sneaks it behind the block, but on the power. That's a great block by Mavs, but they keep it in play. Tip, Thomas to Hooper, back to Novak. Goes deep, and they're in the net, though, so Mavs get the point anyway, 6-7. Novak goes back to serve. Drops it almost for an ace, but picked up by AVA. Little disconnect. The Mavs picked it up, but nobody was there to help on the second hit. So Mavs down by 2. Early in the second set. And that time Vincent gets it down with authority on the left side. And the assist from Thomas. There's Green checks back in. ZZ still in. Carly, Sophia. Green serving, Mavs down by 1. And ZZ gets a good hit on it, but somehow picked up. And they did not get that one from ZZ on the quick set from Thomas. We're tied at 8. Back in the corner. Oh. What? That hit Gray, but they're going to call it out. 8-9. Mavs back down by 1. The Mavs can't pick that up, deflection up, and it's 8-10. And that's out. Service error, 9-10 Mavs. Nolan checks in for Jones. Cotton to serve. That's a tough play, but picked up. Glover with a shot back deep, but defended by AVA. Good pick up by Novak to get the ball to Thomas. And then Carly throws it down on the left side. And we're tied back up at 10. Tough tip right in front of Novak. Can't quite get there, and it's back to a 1-point lead for AVA. Simon Glover gets it, goes cross, but defended. And that disconnect on AVA results in an error and a Mavs point. Tied 11, Thomas to serve. And just snuck it over the net. Mavs with the shot, back to Glover. And that'll go off the defender with a little help from the net for another kill for Glover. It's like she's getting in a groove, being able to adjust and hit around the block. Keeping the Mavs in the game. Actually giving them a 1-point lead now, 12-11. And Novak gets up and says, not on my side of the net. 2-point lead now, 13-11, Mavs up. Tip. Cotton gets it up to Novak. But it's deflected back on the Mavs side at the net, 13-12. Back to Glover with authority this time. No stopping that in the middle of the court. She'll step out for Hooper to come in and serve. And Benson to go in at the net. That's a tough play. But they're able to get it over. Mavs dig for Chloe. Back and pushed. And that's a hitting error in the net. Mavs point 15-12, largest lead of the set for the Mavs. 15-12. Excuse me. And that's tough to play at the net. They're over the net. That'll be a Mavs point on their error, 16-12. All right, the call stands after a little protest from AVA. Mavs up by 4. Hooper's still serving. And AVA will actually take a timeout. As the Mavs have gained their largest lead of the set and the day over AVA. Mavs able to adjust a little bit at the net to get some of their hits down to give them an edge. Oh, short serve. Just missed dropping on the other side of the net. 16-13. Out. Service serve. Point Mavs. 17-13. Let's see. ZZ comes in. Yannick goes out. And Kiara comes in. Oh, way out. Mallory takes one to the head. 18-13. And that's a tough play. They can't get it over. That's for 19-13. And AVA takes another quick timeout. They did not want this to get out of hand, but the Mavs have all the momentum with a 6-point lead at 19-13. Jones to serve after the timeout. Drops it in. Attack left. Hooper digs tight at the net, but Thomas and ZZ floats in the air and is able to just tip it over. Good defense by the Mavs to keep the ball in play and reset. And then Novak with a swing, but defended by AVA. Little tip, but it came off the fingers wrong and results in a Mavs point, 20-13. That's deep, but they keep it in play. And they just free ball it over. Hooper, Thomas. It's in! Says my time. And that pushes it to an 8-point lead, 21-13. ZZ gets in on the action with the kill down the back. 22-13. Good deflection by Benson, and then Thomas keeps it in play. Hooper to Novak. Goes back. Oh, just a little too much. Had the right position and placement, just a little too much on the power. 22-14. Little side set to ZZ. Back to Thomas, back to Benson, and another kill for Benson off the block. Novak goes back to serve. Mavs up 23-14. A tale of two sets. Oh, just soft. And then the setter jump gets the Mavs off guard, 23-15.
Period.
These two sets look completely different as AVA ran away with it about the same score as we are winning right now. But that's a short serve, 23-16. Another deep hit out, 23-17. Mavs need to stop this swing. They want to hold on. This time clean. Thomas back to Benson again with authority. She's on a tear, and that will set up set points for the Mavs. 24-17 set points as Green comes in to try to close out the second sets. And that's snuck inside the block for a point for AVA. 24. Still. And that will be the set points on the service error for the Mavs. Win the second set 25-18. We're going to a third set to 15. Looks like we're having some scoreboard syncing issues again, but the Mavs did win the the second set. 25-18. There we go. I think we're finally caught up now. 25-17. Mavs lose the first set. Turn around and win 25-18. So move on to third and deciding sets here against AVA Texas 17 Attack. All right, we're ready to go. Oh, not ready to go. Ball came on the court. AVA will serve first. Nolan, Glover, and Thomas front row. Novak, Green, and Cotton back row. And Green gets it to Thomas. And then Nolan takes care of the rest with the kill off the block. Carly will go back to serve. Mavs up by 1. Drops that in, but picked up by AVA. And that's put back by Novak and Nolan. Mavs up quick 2-0. This time deeper serve. And AVA has a hard time with it, but they pick up and get a tip. Glover back to Thomas, and then Glover back down to the left corner again. Found that corner. The Mavs are cruising at 3-0. Tip, and that didn't get over. It looks like they gave Carly a block. And AVA will take a quick timeout after the Mavs have gone on a 4-0 run here to start the third set. All right, Thomas serving, tough receive. He's still able to get to middle, and they tipped it back to where we couldn't get to it. So AVA gets the point. It's still Mavs up 4-1. Good pick up by Green to Thomas. Then Glover, the block back. Behind the Mavs defense, 4-2. Good pickup by Novak to kind of sneak it in the seam and got a deflection off of the AVA defender. 5-2 Mavs. Hooper comes in and Benson comes in. Oh, almost dropped it for an ace, and does actually get the ace. 6-2 Mavs. Good dig by Thomas. And then Hopper gets it to Novak. It's in. Good power off the block. Seven-2 Mavs up. Hooper still serving. AVA on the right side, and they get that inside the block. 4.73. Do I have to do a TikTok dance now or something? 7-3. Mavs up. Reserve Thomas. Sorry, service receive. Gets to Thomas. And then Hopper with the, what happened? They called us in the net, 7-4. Good effort by the defense, but just too tight at the net, 7-4. Mavs still up by 3. This time Thomas switched it again to Benson. This time it looked like it was going to fall after the block, and that's a tip, but Nolan's heads up right there. Thomas. This time tip by Benson's picked up. Another tip and snuck in 7-5. Thomas back to Novak and right on the line. That's a tough shot for a lefty to sneak that inside the block and keep it inside. What a great shot by Novak. Oh, great ups by Jones. But Benson can't get the shot to fall out in the back. 8-6 Mavs. Tough play. Mavs can't ping it together, and they're going to take a timeout as AVA has come to within 1. Mavs need a stop and a string of points. Put this one away. 8-7. AVA serving. Here we go. Clean receive. Thomas gets it back to Benson, but defended by AVA. That time blocked by Mavs. Back to Novak. Tip it. Roll shot, but picked up by the AVA. Another block by ZZ, but picked up. Great rally. Cotton's perfect position. Gets it to Thomas. Benson, blows up the Libero, but great defense. Oh, it was out. Outside the antenna. Good eye by Benson to know that angle. 9-7. It's getting a little heated as third sets usually do, especially close ones. As Novak will serve, Mavs up by 2. And that sneaks in the defense, 9-8. And the call stands. AVA ball. It did appear that it was, in fact, in. This time, it's easy. Takes a little bit off of it and kind of sneaks it on the left side. It's 10-8. Mavs clinging to a 2-point lead. Glover and Green check back in. And that one's sent deep and out. 10-9. That's a service error. Back to us. Tough play on the tip. Somehow AVA got that over. And 11-10. Mavs again clinging to a 1-point lead. Time is getting short here in the third set. And that's deflected back onto the Mavs side, and we are tied at 11. That overpass is put down 12-11. Timeout Mavs. Glover, and that's still in play after the kick. But that is not kept in play on the kill by Nolans. And we're tied at 12. Thomas, the serve. That's out. No touch on the Mavs. Point Mavs. 13-12. As Mavs have taken the lead back. No line judge called the and then AVA takes a counter timeout. 13-12. I guess Mavs didn't take a timeout. There was just discussion about the call, and they didn't get it their way, so they decided to take a timeout. 13-12. All right, back to play. Mavs up by 1. Thomas to serve. Tough play, but tip and denied by Novak. What a timely block as the Mavs have match points. What now? Oh, sorry, 14-12. Yeah, it depends on what they say.
Randy's team just lost 25-20. They're playing 360 playing NRG. 360 and NRG are playing each other. Which 360? Which one? Which 362? They're top one. They're 16 steps. Oh, they're Brooklyn now? Of course, they come all the way to Reno to play. Wait, they play Randy? They're playing right now. I was watching it.
Yeah. We leave so we don't have to beat up on each other in Texas. And the call stands, as far as I know. AVA is continuing to protest. But the down ref and the up ref had a conversation about it. I'm assuming whether or not Mavs was over the net or in the nets. And they agreed that Mavs were not in the net and that it was a Mavs point, hence the 14-12 lead. They made the announcement, and then AVA, I guess, felt like they needed an explanation. And I guess they said some inspiring words, so they actually are going to redo that point. Thomas trying to make the case for the Mavs for the point. She's not really pleased with the call, but it will stand. We will redo the ball. The score goes back 13-12. All right, back and forth we go, and we get the same result. 13-12, Mavs to serve. Thomas at the line. Lobs it deep, pushes the back. Now they're going right side, and blocked by Noland. What a monster block by Noland to set up match points. And that's going to be tough play, and that is going to be the game. Mavs win on the third set, 15-12, and keep their gold hopes alive. We will play again. It looks like we're running a little bit behind. We're scheduled to play at 1 o'clock Pacific time. No, I'm sorry. Maybe we're on. No, the 11 o'clock game has not started. Right? We're running 45 minutes behind. We were supposed to start at 3 o'clock Central. I would guess that we're probably going to be closer to 3:30 or 3:45, depending on how these next couple of games go. But what an exciting finish here on the second game of second day pool plays. The Mavs pull it off in 3 sets over AVA, Texas. And we'll see you back here shortly.